Hi, this is Bill McCabe, and we're just going to get right to the drill here. We'll pick up with what we shared up till this point in time. Okay, just stay where you are, cameras, different view from the side. And last week, I said we would revisit the section that we worked on last week just to give you a more graphic idea of what was happening. So I want to have Bryan come on out and give me a hand. Bryan, say hi to our friends if you will. Hello. The first move that I wanted you to get a better grasp on was the move where I'm kicking. A couple of things happening there. So basically we're coming out of this position, block, hit, trap, hit. Deflect, strike, strike. Then I'm coming up with the kick and the hit. Okay? Bryan, if you stand right here, and just poke with your stick if you will. Here, block, strike, strike. He steps back. And what I'm doing is I'm driving right up the middle with the kick. But I'm also covering in case he wants to go over his head and get me on the weak side here. So say he comes around the top. There. Okay? Now watch what's happening as he does that. My left hand is going to his eyes. So even if the kick's not there, I'm doing a strike. He comes again. This time I kick and drive him away. So I'm actually hitting an internal organ, his liver, spleen. And if you watch, I'm actually stabbing. I'm not trying to hurt Bryan. But I want you to know you have to be conscious of what target you're going for. So as I do the block, let's go back to this. You come in, you block, strike, strike, you go back, you come around, I'm hitting. So all those things are very precise. And you have to build that into your understanding. Okay, even though you're doing this by yourself, you're remembering all these special points that you have to give attention to in the middle of a flow so that you have effective technique. It also enlightens you as to pressure points, sensitive points, and optimal targets in any given situation. That's part of the work, the internal work that you have to do when you master kata. Very few people do that. Most people do it like, gosh, should I go to Baskin-Robbins when I'm done working out or not? You know, if their mind is elsewhere. You have to put your mind into it. You know, great fighters know about this. You have to be 100% there. Otherwise, don't do the kata yet. Okay, so here, we do the kick. You know, what's happening is Bryan's a new man, so Bryan's over. This is an android Bryan. I just took care of this Bryan, and he's going for the vulnerable targets. He's either here or here. And that's what he's doing. He's seeking out that target as vulnerable, and he's coming from my blind side as he does it, so it can work for him. So what I'm doing is as I kick, I already know this is my blind side, and I have to clear that spot. And my footwork is already in place in my mind to ensure that I clear my blind spot. So I kick, my right leg goes down, and I break to the rear. So even if I don't do anything, I'm protected against that strike. But what I want to do is I want to engage this person, since in every kata, you're dealing with multiple attackers. So you have to deal with and you have to address every attack that comes in some meaningful fashion. So I'm here. First time he comes toward me, I go just far enough so that I do the block. Okay, in this case, I'm going to pair it and 2 hits. So in the forms, just where you're at, in the form, the move looks like this. I'm here, 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 kick, and this time just hold your position. Don't go anywhere. Here, and the form looks like this. I block. And then here's my blind side. Okay. What is there about blind sides that you have to remember? The kata assumes that attackers have reasonable intelligence, that they're going to look for your blind side or your vulnerable side, and that's where they're going to go. So I'm here, I just yell at this person, and Bryan's over here, and where's his optimal target? A low, joint, or hip. Okay? Those are the optimal targets. So I'm here, I block, he goes low, and we're going to come from the outside. Stay right here and come from this angle. Yes. If you come from this angle here, it's not totally blind for me, but here it is blind. Oh, okay. So here, when you come, there's the blind side target. So what happens in the kata is this. I'm here, I deal with this guy, that's my blind side, he's already coming in, I block. Catch it, strike. This is the move you have to get, so bring it in close. You want to be able to do this. You want to be able to block, capture as you hit, then release the capture and strike the nerve or the pressure point that's vulnerable for that instant. Okay, so then he strikes, I block, hit, there it is. Okay? And then let's move over here. My blind side is here, and you're going to come in. Strike like that. So, yes, strike that. Coming in with that strike to my blind side. So I'm here, that's where I'm vulnerable, I'm here, my shot. Okay? And what do I do? The easy move here is to down it. So I down it. Okay? And I drive through. That's, you're good where you're at. Come a little bit closer. This is called bell ringer. We talked about it last week, bell ringer, but you can see the power now. As it drives right into a central spot, the floating rim of the attacker. So I'm here, he comes in once again, there's the move, okay? I down it. As I down it, I go low, I can also go high. See it? Guess what he does? He jumps back. 1. I close on him. 2. Always remember that you can go back. I'm sorry, you can go forward faster than any person can go backwards. Okay, as a general rule of thumb, when you take 3 steps forward against a person stepping backward, you will catch the person on the 3rd step. So I'm here, he comes in, bam, 1, goes back, 2, 3, you see I'm right on top of him. That works all the time. It's always be mindful of that. That's if you're moving forward with a person on the 3rd step, they're vulnerable. You can find an opening and you can penetrate. And again, what we're doing right now is we're talking about the details of what we shared with you last week. Last week we said we would give you the details, something to work on, and today we would talk about it. So that's what we're doing. So after I do that, I kick you, and there's my vulnerable spot right here. So I'm here on this side, and your attacker comes in, just so you know again what that is. There's the move. Okay, and I'm looking for my counter, and there it is. And I drive right through. So what if they hit me on the other side? Can't go the way. Look at that. Look, come up here with the camera, if you will. You can sort of look at the target area that I'm striking. Okay, it's a very sensitive area. It's a good, clean hit. It's got my body weight on top of it, so it's very powerful hit. It's So let's go back to this. Block, hit, here, and this side, stand here and attack me from this side. So what happens if he attacks me this side? I can still do the reinforced block. So he comes here, okay, and now the move is down, hit. He goes back, one. So it doesn't matter if he's doing it from this side or from this side. We're still maneuvering. You can go here, you can go in. Now, just hold your positions. We're going to go back and get a cane. I also promised that I would show you how some of this stuff works with a cane, so we won't forget to do that. Cane is in the room. Okay, so when you're here, this all makes sense. It's all the same. Where it can change, though, is he does the low attack. With the cane, you don't necessarily want to block and go back and hit. Because any time that you have a cane, if you block, check, and hit, the cane has too much inertia. You want to flow it. So I'm here, he comes in. You want to flow and just work off the block in the counter. Okay? Or I'm here, he comes in, go through, and counter. So that's important to remember. When you transition from mid-stick to cane, it's always, remember that the cane has to flow. The cane does not like to stop and start. Okay, so I deal with this guy. Just to give you a more graphic example of how the cane likes to flow. So I'm here, he comes in, I do my rotation. One, he goes back and hits me again. 2, 3, goes back and again. 4, 5, 6. So the cane is so much more efficient because it has distance and it likes to flow. The shorter weapon is superior closer in, but also superior if you have a stop and start fight. You know, if I go in here, or if he attacks me with the cane, stop and start. So when you're doing stop and start, you're back to the principles of the middle side stick again. But we won't talk too much about that today, just want to move forward. So I'm here, I deal with this guy, and he comes back on this one side, and same thing, cane, the flow. So I'm here, he comes, I block, instead of grabbing and hitting down, the cane doesn't, like I said, the cane does not like to stop and start. Does not do it efficiently. You can do it if you have the arm strength, but what you want to do preferably is to flow. So it comes in low, and I just flow. Just drive through, okay? And so I'm there, the next person comes, all this is pretty much the same. He comes here, I drive, but with a cane I like to go over and work the tip. So instead of the belting with the cane, I try to do the belting. It's a little bit awkward because I'm trying to ring his bell with the hook of a cane, just not so effective. Then we're going to have a cane that I like to put over, do a crossover knee, then the bell ring. He jumps back, close, rotate. And basically spinning butterfly means as he's going back, I strike. The final move is the same. He comes here, attacks it, except I can do it from a further distance. Again, I'll be further back, and here, way out of his reach. This time on one's hand. So there's something to think about, okay? Go back to what you learned last week and what you've been practicing. Incorporate some of these deeper understandings into it. Then work out some of your own thoughts and make it real for yourself. However you choose to do that is up to you. And I encourage you to be an individual as you do this. Don't take my word for sacrosanct. See you downstream. Stay well, do well.